Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Darren Jacobs and welcome to another episode of Monday Night Mayhem. We are just 2 Mayhems and 2 fight nights away from what's going to be an epic Mind Games pay-per-view. Thank you so much for joining us back here, and tonight we are kicking off in search of the 3rd participant in the Fatal 4-Way for the Cruiserweight Championship at Mind Games pay-per-view, and Oliver Regem has been given one more opportunity at the Cruiserweight Championship. The general manager has put a lot of faith in Oliver Regem. He's giving him a lot of opportunities, but he's also given a lot of other people opportunities as well, which is why we tend to find Regem in these triple threat Fatal 4-Way situations. The general manager's just trying to find a place for him. He sees the talent in him, he sees the potential, but it's just a matter now for Regem to actually burst through the scenes of WIW and potentially go on to capture some gold, and the Cruiserweight Championship might be the way for that. So he has been given a second chance in this triple threat match, and the winner will progress to Mind Games to face El Estrella Chico and the Friday Fight Night competitor, who isn't coming to mind right now. I completely have forgotten, but someone did get chosen. I'm trying to think who it was now, but we'll get back to that anyway. Tonight he's got some tough opponents. First man down to the ring. We've seen him compete in the Cruiserweight division before. It's El Murpho of Up, Up, Down, Down. No surprise seeing him come out and try and claim some Cruiserweight gold, especially since the lack of success of the tag team since coming back. The New Day really struggled since they have returned from their injury troubles. And El Murpho going to try and pursue a singles opportunity here tonight. Of course, Austin Creed fully eligible for a Cruiserweight title, but instead it looks like El Murpho is going to be the one to try and push for it. And that could be the key here. If he could go on and get some Cruiserweight gold, or even a couple of wins under his belt, that could be what Up, Up, Down, Down needs to spark themselves back on the right track and on the right road, if you'll pardon the pun. Anyway, and the final participant, I think a lot of people saw this one coming realistically, because I know I definitely did. It is one half of the Cotterrells. It is Max Cotterrell, ready to come down to the ring for some Cruiserweight action. Of course, Max Cotterrell already has a title potentially opportunity, but just not at Mind Games. Next week, the Cotterrells will take on the team of Lachlan and AD Nathaniel, otherwise known as Justice, in a tag team match, and the winner of that match will be the next team to take on the linebacks for the Mayhem Tag Team Championships. And now tonight being given a Cruiserweight Championship opportunity on Mind Games. So Max Cotterrell has the potential to become a double champion if things go his way, but tonight he has to get it done here in this ring. Traditional triple threat rules, no countouts or disqualifications, only one fall to the finish. Who can capture a spot at Mind Games? Here we go. And of course, there's one member of Mayhem and one member of Fight Night still to crown, and Regem escaped the hold there from El Murpho, but only to be met with a Hurricane Rana onto Max Cotterrell. And the Up, Up, Down, Down and Cotterrell rivalry has been one that has been very apparent through all of the existence of both those teams, and a beautiful stun off the rope there as Max trying to get himself going straight out the gate here. Big counter though by El Murpho, dodging the suplex, and he's going to land with a sidewalk slam of his own. And those two were rivals for quite some time. Of course, Up, Up, Down, Down. The Cotterrells were both former trial era champions. And Up, Up, Down, Down, of course, also. Oh, God, Regem botched that one up. Oh, God. Yeah. And, of course, Up, Up, Down, Down, also tag team champions of the modern era as well. Look at that! Crashed to the outside by Max Cotterrell, who sends himself over the ropes as well. And Oliver Regem, of course, not really any beef with either of them, but then again, I'm sure he will have problems with anybody who has any intention of taking away title gold for him. And Regem, he's always lingering around the title picture. He just can't seem to get his hands on title gold. And it's a real problem as well, especially when you know that you're capable of doing it. It must be a real pain to see all the talent that you and all the skill that you possess just kind of not going in your favor and working out at the end of the day. But essentially, look at that! There's the discus clothesline. We know the power of him, the strike power in particular. A fantastic striker although he does prefer the grapple, but the discus clothesline, one of his strongest weapons in his arsenal. And now look at this. Max to the middle rope has got Regem by himself. Oh, and he overshot that one. Just slightly. And remember, these guys will join El Estrella Chico, being the two representatives for Mayhem at Mind Games in the Cruiserweight Championship match, which is scheduled to be a great one. El Estrella Chico, of course, the other Mayhem member who will be participating. And tonight we will find out the second here of Mayhem, and then Fight Night will probably find out the same. Look at that, there's a beautiful slam there by Max. Oh, he's going to go straight for Regem, and Regem wasn't expecting it. He got caught off guard, but he's managed to come up with a counter and a gut-wrench suplex instead. And now look at this, Regem going to show off a bit of speed. Now nails down the knee right to the jaw. And this is where he's going to want to be. Murpho's down on the outside. He might be able to score a cover here. He's going to go for it. And he's not even going to get a 1 count. Max not hurt at all yet. But now Regem can capitalize on the space. But no, look at this. Back in the ring, was looking for a sidewalk slam. Couldn't connect. Oh, and there's an atomic drop. That's not very nice. And Regem, the only man standing at the moment, and he's looking in control at the second. And Max Cotterrell going to play to the fans as a discus clothesline is hit. And now Regem wisely taking out Max. And now has a complete ring to go for the cover off the discus clothesline. This could be a short one. No, it's a 2 count. Regem finds a way to hit the discus clothesline for a second time. Couldn't get the job done, but now with Max on the outside, this could be it. If he can land this, it could be all over. The strike combination again and followed through with the knee. And that could be it. Max shoots to his feet. Can he get out in time? He does. And I think that was definitely it. I think Regem almost had it won there. And now look at this. Max trying to steal the cover off the super kick on Regem. Has he got it? No, Murpho's had time to recover. And a kick out at 2. And I'm just trying to think now who the Fight Night competitor is for the Cruiserweight Championship. I remember the match now, but I can't remember who actually walked out the winner in that one. I'm sure it will come back to me at some point. But the Cruiserweight Championship, relatively new. It was a very popular demand to be brought back and have as a competitive title once again. And look at that power on that German suplex. Max, the little man, very much a cruiserweight, but that doesn't stop him fighting quite like his heavyweight brother in Brett, of course. He does have that cruiserweight ability, as you just saw there, but at the same time, we know he has the true power within him to land the big moves like the suplexes, like the power bomb. We've seen it in Max. It's that pure aggression and anger that drives him forward week after week. And lately, the Cotterells have been back on the road to success, and they are continuing to find themselves opportunities now. Regem taken to the outside, and it doesn't look like Max done. Max looking to fly over the top rope with a suicide dive. Putting it all on the line here, and now look at this. What's Murpho thinking? Trying to get him up for a powerbomb into a sunset flip instead. And they're trying to go for the cover, but this is not false count anywhere. And Max Cotterell was in control for the moment, but Murpho trying to take the advantage. And Murpho, the only man standing. Regem is finally crawling back to his feet. He was down for some time there off the suicide dive. And that must have been a painful thing as he got crashed down to the apron. But Murpho now looking to capitalize on the space. Regem is down and he is hurt. He might be able to score the cover here and steal the victory. No, Murpho only gets a 2 count. And we got a big night of action here on Monday Night Mayhem. And of course, another Mayhem versus Fight Night match. And Monday Night Mayhem, they've struggled. They have yet to pick up a victory out of all this. And worst of all, of course, they're losing superstars at an alarming rate. And they can't afford to let that happen. Because if Fight Night get the advantage, for one, they'll walk out of Mind Games with relative ease. But two, if the roster gets smaller, then they're going to be permanently at disadvantage. Because, I'm sure a lot of the superstars won't mind that. So look at that double foot stomp. I'm sure a lot of the superstars won't mind that. But at the same time, it's going to be a lot more challenging for Fight Night to compete. And now look at this. Oh dear. Max with evil intentions. Sunset flip to the outside. Max putting on a fantastic display right now. And I think the added Cotterell wins in the tournament has really boosted their confidence. I mean, of course, almost knocked out of the tournament by Lachlan and AD Nathaniel, where they picked up the first round loss, that they were entered in the wild card match to progress to the semi-finals. They went on to beat Up, Up, Down, Down of all teams. Oh, look at that, went for the discus clothesline, but Murpho quick to stop him there in his tracks. And now Regem might try again, and he does. This time with a discus elbow. Beautiful connection. And Max still down on the outside. Regem has him in a good position here. Oh. And Murpho tried to escape to the other side of the ropes. But Regem takes him back to the outside, but he sees Max. Oh, but Max is going to take it outside. Oh, these two just crossing over here. Little game of cat and mouse between the two. And Max comes into the ring to meet Oliver Regem. And Regem's going to want to make him pay for the suicide dive. There's a DDT, though, from little Max Cotterrell. Oh, but look at this, the leg sweep. And he's taken out. And straight into the cover. Can he get the job done here off the leg sweep? I didn't think so. And this Cruiserweight Championship is what they are fighting for. And they are fighting hard for it. This triple threat match has been very lively. And right now this could go any way because these guys are fighting very hard for it. All three of them. And look at that. This authority slam down there. And just trying to wrap this one up here is Murpho. Oh, he nearly got it there. Jesus Christ. That was the closest count of the match so far at 2.5. Oh, look at that. Beautiful move there. Oh, taken down and, oh, just wrenched away on the shoulder blades. Oh, and a kick there as well. Max just beating him down. And, of course, we know with Max, he likes to inflict pain. He likes to cause damage and harm any way he knows how. Oh, that was a weird way of doing things there, but paid off. Oh, ducks under. Oh, over, sorry. And again. And connects with an uppercut. Beautiful sequence there by Max, and now Regem's got him in a good position here. He's caught him off guard, and he wasn't expecting it as he turned around. Max is in trouble now. Regem might be able to score the cover. Left alone in the ring with the vicious combination. Regem has done it. Regem progresses to Mind Games. He's got himself a Cruiserweight Championship match. And I feel like he needed that to give his career the boost back that it needed. There was the discus clothesline earlier, which nearly came close to winning it. But it was an evenly fought contest, and do you know what? That could have gone either way, or any way, I guess, since there's three of them. But what a contest that was. The discus elbow there. And what a match. But Regem in the end walks out victorious. He will join El Estrella Chico as the two representatives for the Cruiserweight Championship here on Monday Night Mayhem. And of course, they get to help out the brand while capturing Cruiserweight Gold. Of course, it won't be the only title on the night on the line, but we will of course see at Mind Games a first ever Cruiserweight Champion crowned outside of the trial era. But the question is, after the impressive performance tonight, can Oliver Regem be the man to do it? Can Oliver Regem capture the Cruiserweight Championship and his first piece of gold here on WIW? We'll have to find out, but it is time to move on down the rest of the card. Next up tonight, some in-ring preparations for what's going to be a fantastic match at the Mind Games pay-per-view where the two women's champions collide in the ring. It's going to be Sandra Piper and Laura Stables, and the first woman down to the ring, of course, is the Mayhem Women's Champion herself. And that is Sandra Piper. Lately, Laura Stables has been trying to play the mind games on her, trying to get that psychological advantage, because, to be honest, I think she senses that she's got a tough matchup. Laura Stables has been such a dominant fighter from the second that she stepped into the ring. She has this slight more experience on her as well. Height and weight probably in her advantage as well, which is why she's out here. Oh my god, look at this from behind at Stables. Stables is here and she's in the black clothing and the dark colours. But look at this, Sandra Piper trying to get the better of her, trying to just shove her away. But look at this being met with the fists. Oh, and this is a big takedown. She was supposed to be taking on Tiffany Abbott tonight, but it looks like Laura Stables had other plans in mind. Remember, these two will face at Mind Games, and right now the Mind Games trying to be played by either side. And look at this. It looks like Stables is it looks like Sandra Piper saying, have this in the ring if that's what you want to do. But look at this. These two not willing to wait to get their hands on each other at Mind Games. It's going to be one hell of a contest. Two of the most dominant women to come out of the women's division so far, ready to square down in the ring. But look at this once again. This is exactly what I was talking about. Laura Stables definitely does not have the strength advantage either. A lot of disadvantages when dealing with Sandra Piper. And Sandra Piper, look at this. just wrenching away on the arm, but Stables escapes. Oh, look at this. Exploder suplex takes her out on the outside. And these two on a walk-off. Next up tonight, some even more preparations. Hopefully this time with a few less interruptions. Sandra Piper being beat down just before the match with Tiffany Abbott. But tonight, this man probably won't have to worry about that. He's been sending signals for weeks now to his opponent. And Brad Skeens, wisely, has been trying to get the upper hand. The European champion is in action tonight. The general manager's been questioning his actions as of late, calling out people in the comment section for title matches that haven't been booked on the card. And the general manager's not too happy about that, but I guess he will address all that once Mind Games is over, because he's got a tough task. He's got to deal with Big Willie. Yes, it's a non-title match, so does that give him the advantage? I don't know, it's starting to look that way. But Big Willie is a tough opponent, and you can't blame Skeens, to be honest, for trying to get the upper hand on him, for trying to wear him down and beat the hell out of him to give him the edge at Mind Games. Because it's going to be a tough match. I can't think of a tougher opponent that Brad Skeens has had to deal with. There's not very many people that have kept him down, which is why the general manager wants to partner him up tonight with someone who is also very, very hard to keep down. We just saw a few weeks ago him beat down Bomber in a matter of minutes, and that's no easy task, because Bomber is one hell of a big dude himself. Dicson makes his way down to the ring, and look at that as he stares down his opponent in the ring. Dicson, an intimidating force, a very strong, powerful fighter, and we've seen his action in the ring. Unfortunately, him and Bomber could not work together to capture a tag team title opportunity, but he's back in solo action now, and he's looking more dominant than ever, especially after that win with Bomber. So Brad Skeens getting some preparation here for Mind Games. It's going to be a tough fight at Mind Games, and he knows that better than anyone, because Big Willie is a tough task for most men, and that's why he's been trying to get the advantage. And tonight he gets a warm-up match here with Dicson, and I think this is a fair contest, real test of what he has to offer and bring to the table. And here we go, Skeens and Dicson. Oh, look at this, Dicson straight out the gate. That's not what he wanted to see. There's a DDT. And Dicson, we figured, would go for the upper hand. He has done in the last couple of fights that he's participated in. And Skeens, look at this. Oh, and a straight ambush right out the gate. Dicson just dismantling him straight from the start. And now look at this. Oh, and a shot to the gut. And remember, Skeens will, of course, be representing the brand up against Big Willie. So it's not just a matter of pride and proving you're the better champion, but it's also a matter of proving your worth for the brand. But of course, Skeens won't be thinking about the brand too much, because in Brad Skeens' mind, this is about proving his dominance as a champion. Of course, since Jace dropped the championship to Mason Foster, and Brad Skeens then picking it up from Mason Foster, there's been a lot of questions about whether or not this title was about to play hot potato, and you know, whoever fights for it next is going to get it. It's already happened with the WIW Championship, which has been tossed around more times than I can think about. And of course, at Mind Games, it's on the line as well in the double title match against King Sam. So it could even change again. So it's kind of weird. Like, it's a kind of potential struggle that Skeens is going to have to deal with. And now look at this. Went for the Irish Whip, and there's a clothesline taking him down. And Dicson, a tough old competitor, and I tell you what, I feel like if he can continue with the momentum he's building, a European Championship match might not be out the picture for him, as Skeens is going to go for the cover. But look at that, decided against it. Oh, wait a minute. And that's probably why, because the horns are playing. Look at the eyes of Big Willie. The television champion's here. And Skeens daring him to come down to the ring. He's daring him. Oh, wait a minute. Look at this. From behind. Backslide driver. Backslide driver. Is he going to steal the cover? Yes, he is. Dicson steals it. And Skeens can't believe his eyes. Big Willie with the distraction, and Dicson picks up the win on the roll-up against the European champion. Well, I'm just saying, if you want a European title match, you've got to pick up wins against the champ. And that's exactly what he got here. Big Willie plays the distraction to perfection, and Dicson steals it on the roll-up. Beautifully done there. And look at Dicson cheering, being applauded by Big Willie. Look at this, Brad Skeens appealing to the ref. But he ain't going to get that result changed. And Big Willie playing some mind games of his own. And these two have been battling hard over the last couple of weeks, but the question still remains, what's going to happen at Mind Games when these two collide in the ring? It's going to be something special. Definitely going to be a match for the ages. But let's move on down the rest of the card so we get one step closer to seeing it happen. Next up tonight is a very important match because the teams between Team Jaden and Team SDC get slightly filled up just that little bit more tonight. The newest member of Team Jaden, AD Nathaniel, joined the team, of course, last week with his partner in crime, Lachlan, and these two coming together as the team known as Justice. Tonight, AD Nathaniel will be going one-on-one with the newest member of Team SDC. Of course, we don't know who it is yet, but it will be the final member of SDC's team. Jaden still has one more person to pick, and of course, Jaden still has one more person to pick, and SDC still has one more person to announce. But tonight he announces his third member, and the final member will be announced next week as these two teams will collide. And Justice are here, and it's AD Nathaniel that will be stepping in the ring tonight. Jaden is in accompaniment, watching on, seeing how this one goes down. And we will see how it goes against the newest member of Team Mayhem. And the crowd go nuts as the Road to Glory winner, James Rowley, has joined Team SDC. He's basically Jaden's replacement. And that is a strong pick indeed between SDC, for Mayhem, I guess. I mean, currently SDC is the captain of Mayhem and will represent Mayhem unless Jaden can beat him. But look at this. That was definitely a strong pick in my eyes. James Rowley heads down to the ring as the newest member of Team Mayhem, and things really are picking up for him as of late. No wonder that he's been picked. Of course, the winner of the Road to Glory tournament, currently on fantastic form. And the unbeaten run, I believe, is continuing here for James Rowley. But tonight he's going to be tested. AD Nathaniel's a tough opponent. He's had a good string of victories lately in the tag team tournament. Well, this 4v4 is getting heated. Remember, Jaden's already now completed his team. With the addition of James Rowley, his team is complete. We just don't know who the fourth member is because he's been keeping it a secret, with the intention of keeping it a secret from Fight Night. But of course, now next week he's going to have to reveal who his final member is. And of course, Jaden still with one man to announce. He's got to decide who he wants on his team. And right now, no one else wearing the Team Mayhem shirt. Oh, look at this, taunting him already, playing around with him straight out the gate, dancing on him. He's having way too much fun here, straight out the gate. Look at the power behind that punch. Look at that, Lachlan does not look impressed. And the team of Justice, they've been a fantastic team, an unstoppable force, really, since joining the Mayhem brand as a tag team. They entered in the tag team tournament where first they dismantled the Cotterrells. Then they beat Harry in a 2-on-1 handicap after putting Def Ludicrous through a table. And now they've got themselves a #1 contendership match next week against the Cotterrells. But I'm just wondering, if they do win that match, what is the game plan from there? Because they've joined Team Jade, and I'm assuming to capture some kind of prize for being on the winning team. But the question is, what do they stand to gain? Because if they beat the Cotterrells next week, they already have a tag team championship opportunity. So are Justice just beating them down to send a message to that they are ready to climb to the top? Or I'm not sure of the game plan. I'm not 100% certain of what the plan is for AD Nathaniel and Lachlan, but what I do know is that they have been a dominant tag team, and they will continue to be for quite some time. I feel it's very rare that a tag team this new are on the same page as well as these guys are. They have definitely been on the same level, on the same wavelength, I feel, and that has definitely come through in their tag team results. Here's the cover from AD Nathaniel, and he's only going to get a 1 count early days here on James Rowley. And no surprise seeing these two teams with grudges against each other. So far on this ring, 6 very different personalities and styles, but all coming together, to be honest, with the same goal, and that is to represent Mayhem. But of course, we all know that's not why. They're all after title opportunities for #1 contenders matches. That's exactly what they'll be after. Jax Wolfe, of course, winning the chance in a Fatal 4-Way to be on Team Mayhem, and he's a strong pick. Jax Wolfe with the experience from the trial era. He's also got the power, and now we've actually started seeing him going for the covers for a change, which is definitely going to help his cause in the long run. Oh, look at this. Rowley trying to get scooped up. Oh, and he couldn't do it. And now James Rowley on the prowl, trying to wrap this one up. Might be able to do just that. James Rowley on the prowl right now. Can he capitalize? Look at this. Looking for the 619. Trying to reverse it. Oh, wait a minute. Look at this. Jaden getting himself involved. And now SDC with a distraction. They've both taken their shirts off as well. Maybe these two are ready to throw down on the outside. Oh, but wait a minute. Look at this. The referee. The referee has just chucked them both out. They've both been ejected from the match. Oh, my God. Jesus, what? I did not see that coming. Well, with the double ejection, this match gets back on the way. And look at this, Aiden Nathaniel trying to take advantage. And it's absolute chaos here, straight out the gate on this one. These two just trading back and forth, trying to get a bit of an advantage. And you say James Rowley definitely had the advantage coming into it. But now all of a sudden, the distraction might have cost him. Look at this, Nathaniel, roll in peace. And straight into the cover, trying to wrap it up, and still the victory. No, it's a 2 count. The rolling piece couldn't quite do it. And now the kick out has given Rowley the fight back he needs, but needs to keep fighting. Big counter by Rowley, who, oh, with a double clap around the head. And now look at this. Rowley, what's he thinking? Sends him to the outside. Oh, Rowley's looking for something big here. Look at Rowley. Oh, and a drop kick. What a massive drop kick, and look at this referee having talked with Jaden, who's at risk of being ejected himself if he's a little too hyper on the outside. And look at this. Jaden now, despite the drop kick from James Rowley, Aiden Nathaniel's managed to shrug it off, and they continue fighting here despite the fact that their 2 managers, or their 2 team captains, I guess, have been ejected. And now look at this. Oh, what a drop. And look, and this is getting heated between these 2 teams. And next week, of course, they will face off against each other, which I'm assuming will be the main event, or maybe not, because, of course, the Mayhem and Fight Night match. But one of these teams will represent Team Mayhem. And which one it's going to be, we don't know. The referee at a count of 7. And I think going to be taken back into the ring here by Aiden Nathaniel. The double ejection has actually really worked out in Nathaniel's favour. He's kept the control since then, and now beating him down inside the ring. He might be close to wrapping this one up very soon. Oh, wait a minute, look at this. Alan Hart! Wait, what? Is he... What's Alan Hart doing down here? And he's saying something to Nathaniel, and Nathaniel's agreeing with what he's saying. Oh, look at this! Beating down now James Rowley, and the match is going to end there on a disqualification. Did Jaden send him, perhaps? Maybe Alan Hart has just confirmed himself to be the 4th and final member. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's what's happened here, and I think that's Jaden's team complete. Well, ladies and gentlemen, things are really heating up between these 2 sides, and next week we will finally find out who represents Team Mayhem at Mind Games pay-per-view. But it is time to move on to tonight's main event, so let's get to it. Well, after that utter chaos, I think we can confirm that Jaden has completed his team, and maybe he clearly knew that James Rowley was going to be the final member, and he's responded by adding Alan Hart to the team. Well, that completes both sides. But for this man right now, Jax Wolfe, who's on Team SDC, he can't afford to worry about that right now. He's got a tough old matchup himself. In tonight's main event, of course, it is another Mayhem versus Fight Night Classic, and we're going to see Jax Wolfe taking on one of the newest members of Team Fight Night. As we saw in the last episode, Fight Night have completed their team, whilst Mayhem are still fighting about who gets to be on the team. So, of course, tonight, these two are going to collide just to try one of them to get the upper hand. To be honest, Jax Wolfe has been on good form lately, and if Mayhem are going to pick up a victory, which they desperately need to do before their roster just completely empties out, this could be the man to do it. But he's up against tough competition here tonight, but at the back of his mind, he's not going to be thinking about that. He's got to be thinking about next week's match, because next week, him, James Rowley, a 3rd mystery competitor, and SDC will be taking on now the team of Justice, which is AD, Nathaniel, and Lachlan, Jaden, and now Alan Hart. And that's going to be an interesting match. And of course, the winning team represents Mayhem. We don't know which way that's going to go. So maybe Jax Wolfe isn't going to be 100% focused on this match. I'm not sure. But he needs to be. Because he's got a tough matchup in Mr. Money in the Bank. We saw him return in the last episode. And won in a tag team match against the team captains of KO Oxley and Carter James. Who have completed a very, very strong, unified team ready to take on the team that Mayhem have to offer, whichever team it may be. And they definitely have the advantage here, Fight Night. And here he comes down to the ring with his new dark persona. It is Max Danger. After a brief timeout of action, Mr. Money in the Bank returns here for the Mind Games pay-per-view to compete for Team Fight Night. He's been a valuable member to the roster ever since he debuted, Max Danger, and now pursuing his singles career very strongly. Of course, picked up a win last week in tag team action with the Max Lock, which we haven't seen in quite some time. So maybe signs of things to come. But for tonight's main event, it has important impact because remember, a new member to the rosters will be added depending on which brand picks up the win. And these brand battles are getting heated, both sides, of course, now with free roam and free passage to enter each other's shows whilst this pay-per-view has been going on. And it's been pretty chaotic because both sides have just been ambushing each other, trying to get one up on their opponents, as you've seen from Sandra Piper, from Brad Skeens, from Aaron Albright and King Sam have just been trading words on the mic, but that's another good example. And Jax Wolfe straight out the gate, on the prowl and on the attack. Jax Wolfe, I'm sure, will want revenge. Of course, both these men participated in that Money in the Bank ladder match. Jax Wolfe was unable to capitalize on the day. Max Danger had to stare down, waiting for him to charge at him so he could capitalize with the suplex. And Fight Night have dominated these Mayhem versus Fight Night matches, yet to suffer a defeat at any given point. And they can't afford to let that trend happen, Mayhem. They've already lost 3 superstars. Tonight will be a 4th. It could have been a 4th already if it weren't for the general manager stepping in and saying he can't get the new superstar on count or disqualification. And of course, that came after Brad Skeens ambushed Big Willie in his match with the WIW champion Aaron Albright. Well, call it a match. They were more punching and kicking because they only got 30 seconds into that match before Skeens really got involved. And look at a massive super kick there to Jax Wolfe. And the Danger family, known for their super kicks. But Jax Wolfe showing him one of his own, but he's only going to get a 1 count off of it. And Jax Wolfe could be the first man to actually win a Mayhem versus Fight Night match. And that would give him great momentum coming into Mind Games, especially with these two potentially being on opposing teams. But Jax Wolfe needs to deal with his the other people on his brand first before he gets there. There's the knee to the head. And might follow it through with a punt kick, and he connects. Oh, and Jax Wolfe on a roll out the gate. Max Danger really struggling here. Maybe just a slight bit of ring rust. Remember, last week he did compete. Of course, he didn't do all of the heavy lifting. He was in tag team competition. And a shooting star press. And of course, in the first half, him and his dad have been working together as a tag team. And they picked up some big wins. One including against the Wolfpack on Friday. Fight Night! Look at a super kick. But of course, since then, Chris Danger got injured in a fight with Big Boss. And since then, Max Danger pursued a solo career, which he managed to capture the Money in the Bank title with, briefcase with. And so far, he still has it. Of course, he's held it for a lot longer than the man in the trial era, because in the trial era, Thomas won it, and he only held it for a month before cashing it in. Didn't want to waste any time on the cash-in. Oh, and look at this, Max Danger. Being smart here, being very wise. Oh! Big kick there, and he crashes onto the table. I'm not sure how cleanly he connected, which was why I hesitated. But Max Danger. Oh, look at that! Max Danger with a step fall away moonsault slam. And a beautiful connection on it as well. Just about manages to wrap himself around it. Count of 5, and it's back in the ring. Sent in by Jax Wolfe. And these two fighting hard here. It's a 50-50 contest right now. If anyone had the edge, I'd say it'd probably be the Jax Wolfe slightly, though. Not by much. Big takedown there off the clothesline from the back of the head. And now might go for the cover again. He's only got a 1 count on him so far. Has he made any progress on that front? Yes, he has. It's a 2 count. And Jax Wolfe thinking he might have had that here. I'm not 100% sure why, but here we go. Jax Wolfe ready to put away Max Danger. Oh no, was looking for maybe that pop-up card, but instead Max able to capitalize and slams him down. Max Danger executed perfectly there, and now drags him to the middle of the ring because Max might be looking for it. Oh, Max was looking for the Max locks, but Jax Wolfe able to get out of harm's way and counter it. These two fighting hard in this main event, and now Jax Wolfe from behind. Oh, there's a suplex. Oh, and he's not done there. He's looking for another one. There's a second German suplex. And of course, got to complete the three-piece, but spins him around for a final suplex. Jax Wolfe with a beautiful combination after countering the Max lock, and Max Danger's in trouble now. Jax Wolfe on the prowl. Sends him away from the corner. Now what's he thinking? Look at this. Rolling Thunder. Splash connects. And Jax Wolfe fighting hard for the pride of the brand. This could be it. Could Jax Wolfe be on track to produce the first victory for Team Mayhem? Vintage Jax Wolfe as he connects with the pop-up cutter. Pop-up cutter to Max Danger. Has he done it? Has he beaten Mr. Money in the Bank here? No, it's a 2 count. Max Danger kicks. And that must be devastating for Jax Wolfe. I thought he'd done it there. That was enough to keep others down, but it just couldn't get the job done there. Max Danger requiring more of a fight to be kept down, and he crashes into the turnbuckle. Now Max being brought back to his feet. Oh, but Max didn't like that. It pushes him off. And now look at this, being brought down again by Jax Wolfe, who is dominating this fight right now. And I thought that pop-up cutter was going to get the job done. He didn't quite do the trick. Oh, now look at this. Max Danger rising back to his feet and breaking the hold there from the headlock. Oh, look at that. Got caught taunting for a second there, and it was made to pay. And into the cover again, thinking he's done it. The referee, very slow to make that count, and he only gets a 1 count for his troubles. Oh, look at that. Kick to the face. And now being brought back to his feet, maybe. Oh, no. Just crashed down. And now look at this. Jax Wolfe. To the middle rope. Up he climbs. Looking to fly. Connects with the Hurricane Rana. And Jax Wolfe is rolling here, and he can afford to take the time to taunt. He is in complete control. And the Mayhem crowd getting excited because this could be the first Mayhem victory in these Mayhem versus Fight Night matchups. Super kick. Super kick connects from out of nowhere, and he's only going to get the 1 count. I think it might have been a rope break, looking at the positioning of him now. Max Danger trying to provide a fight back in this matchup. Like I say, if Team SDC wins, we will see these two collide again at Mind Games. But Max Danger trying to put him away with the super kick. Super kick. Oh, but look at this. Jax Wolfe, he shrugs it off. Shrugs off the super kick and counters with a shoulder tackle. He's going to try and steal the cover now from the shoulder tackle. Is that going to be enough? Oh, nearly got it. Max is worn down. He's taking some beating here, but still fighting back and fighting back strong. Max looking to get him up. Looking for a Falcon Arrow. Connects with the Falcon Arrow. And Max Danger's rolling, and he senses it. And now look at this, going to the top rope, going high risk, 630 senton, and straight into the cover. Is that going to be enough to put away Jax Wolfe? No, it's not. It's a 2.5 count. And that was close. Well, ladies and gentlemen, right when I thought that we ain't going to get more action than in the last match, these two are really bringing it and putting on one hell of a contest. Max Danger back to the turnbuckles on the middle rope this time. Jax Wolfe in a spot of trouble here as Max Danger looks to fly. Look for the blockbuster, but a big counter and a big kick takes him back down to his feet. Jax Wolfe fighting hard and fighting strong. Irish whip to the corner. And now rolls him away. Maybe again looking for the rolling thunder. Connects it with the splash. Beautiful work there from Jax Wolfe. And now has him in the middle of the ring. This might be where he wants him to wrap this one up potentially. Up on the shoulders again. Max Danger's in trouble. Once again, Jax Wolfe. Pop-up cutter. The pop-up cutter. And now straight into the cover. Has he done it this time? Has Max Danger been defeated? No, it's a 2.5 count again. And Jax Wolfe can't believe it. He thought that was a 3 count, and I thought so too. Jesus Christ, that was close. And Jax Wolfe just couldn't get it done. And now back to the corner. And he's thinking bigger now. And he's going to have to because he's taking the hits. Top rope, belly to belly. Thinking of all the moves in his arsenal that he can to wrap this one up. Now begging him to get back to his feet, looking to fly from the springboard position. Max Danger flies through. Oh, look at that. A suicide spear through the ropes. He bulleted through. What a connection from Jax Wolfe. And Max Danger has had the control for quite a spell now. And now Jax Wolfe trying to re-establish the control that he had at the beginning of the match. But Max Danger proving a problem. And now look at this. Choking him out here. Choking him out with the whole headlock. You might be able to make him tap here. Max Danger is quite worn out. But oh, look at the face of Jax Wolfe. He's not happy about that as he sees Max Danger fight out again. And now Max trying to capitalize. The crowd are going nuts here because this has been one hell of a main event. This might be one of the best Mayhem versus Fight Night clashes we have seen to date. And now Max Danger's to the corner again. We know what he's thinking. Looking for that signature Danger family. Super kick. Can he connect? Yes, he can. Super kick. And he's not done there. Might be looking for more. No, big counter. Jax Wolfe trying to fight back, but a big clothesline. And now to the top rope again. Might be looking again for the 630 senton. Connects again. Connects again. 630 senton. And back into the cover. Has Max Danger done it? Has he picked up the win? Another win for Fight Night. Unbelievable. And this is getting beyond the joke at this point. Fight Night are winning every single match. And Jax Wolfe just put on the hardest one that he's had to do. But once again, Max Danger has picked up the win, this time with the 630 senton. And Jax Wolfe, he fought hard, he fought valiantly, but in the end, Max Danger picked up the win for Team Fight Night. And another member, along with the last one from the last episode, have joined Fight Night. That's another 2 members joining to Fight Night. And this is getting beyond the joke now. Fight Night are dominating this battle, and it doesn't look like that result is going to change anytime soon. But the question is, can Mayhem bounce back, or will Fight Night continue to dominate all the way through to Mind Games? That is going to wrap up tonight's show. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like if you did. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Comment your thoughts and feelings on tonight's show, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.